To test my speakers, I've come to Highbury Hall, once the home of 19th century Birmingham Mayor Joseph Chamberlain. This place has thick walls and big open spaces, just the ticket for a techie acoustic test. And I've lined up 3 contenders: the Audio Pro add-on C3, Amazon's premium smart speaker, the Echo Studio, and the Sonos One, all of which cost under £300. Sonos effectively invented multi-room speakers and have been generally regarded as the benchmark ever since. But now some serious competition is emerging. So it's time to find out where's best to put your money if you want music to flow through your home. To help me find out which is best, I've engaged the eyes and ears of Sigma. As well as being top DJs, Cam and Joe are also record producers, whose CV includes 2 British #1s, so it's fair to say they know a thing or two about the world of sound. What do you look for when you're choosing a new speaker for the house?
The ease of being able to connect and just suddenly, press play. And also, obviously, for us, it has to sound good. You have to have, the full range from, high to bass. As speakers like this are usually on show all of the time, they need to be aesthetically pleasing. So first up, we're talking style. And starting with the C3 from Audio Pro. Sort of possibly retro. It's very retro.
This speaker comes with an app, so you can control it from anywhere in the home, alongside some handy buttons on top. But Cam isn't convinced by its distinctive looks.
That kind of reminds me of a DAB, digital radio, a little bit. That wouldn't really fit very well in my house.
Right. Next up, the Echo Studio.
It's like a bin, a little bit, but a good bin, an expensive bin.
There's a big sub there, which is never a bad thing. Probably get quite a lot of low end.
Yep.
But yeah, not a bad looking product.
Heavy? It feels quite heavy. I reckon that's going to have a good sound to it.
Being an Amazon product, it's got Alexa built in. Do you use your speakers for that sort of thing?
I don't actually myself, but I think you
I've got Alexa. He's the only person I really talk to.
As well as controlling your home's audio, the studio can also control smart home devices like lights and cameras. And finally, the Sonos One, which comes with not 1 but 2 voice assistants, Alexa and Google.
In terms of the way it looks, brilliant. And it also comes in white, which is always handy.
Personally, I'd probably prefer to go for the Amazon, I think, now, seeing that.
Cam, would you agree?
I agree with him, actually, yeah.
So it's the Echo Studio that wins in the style stakes, but will it get a good reception in round 2? Range. Multi-room speakers talk to each other using your home's Wi-Fi network, so if they can't pick up a signal, they won't work. We've rigged up all 3 to the same router on the ground floor, and we're going to find out how far we can take them around this Grade 2 listed mansion. We've come upstairs. We're directly above the router, but there's a very solid 19th century floor between us and it. Let's see if they all play, starting with the Audio Pro. Excellent. Next up, the Amazon Echo. Very good. Finally, the Sonos. A walk in the park for these 3 speakers, so we're heading into the boudoir and through a 16-inch thick brick wall. Let's see if this will be a tougher test, starting with the Audio Pro. Oh, a deafening silence. And the Amazon. However hard we stare at it, nothing.
No.
Nothing at all.
And last, the Sonos.
Nothing?
No, nothing.
It seems none of our multi-room speakers are quite suited to 19th century living, but the Sonos does have a trick up its sleeve. It also speaks to other Sonos speakers and acts as a sort of mini wireless booster, so you can pass the music from one speaker to another. By adding another Sonos speaker back on the shelf where it could get a signal, it can stream music back to the one in the bedroom. So, when it comes to range, Sonos is best.
With the extra connectivity, definitely the Sonos.
Right. Sonos for range. Time for the final test of the day. Sigma are now going to put their DJ hats on and play some of their tracks. Meanwhile, we've invited in an audience of music enthusiasts, and we're going to ask them a very important question: which of our speakers sounds the best? And I've covered each speaker with acoustic cloth. It won't distort the sound, but my guests won't know which one's which. Ladies and gentlemen, I wonder if we could move round to favour this box on my left. And Joe and Cam, if you start playing. They don't know it, but the audience are now listening to the Audio Pro C3. This has a 3.5-inch woofer with a tweeter either side and can play tunes at full volume for up to 9 hours without having to be plugged in. Next up, everyone's moving on to the Echo Studio, which has 3 mid-range speakers, a tweeter and a 5.25-inch downward-firing woofer for bass. Finally, everyone's heading across to the Sonos One, which comes with 2 Class D digital amplifiers. And if you have more than one Sonos speaker, you can listen to your music in stereo. And with that, Sigma's set is over. Now, you've listened to all 3 speakers. What I'd like you to do is move and stand by the speaker whose sound you prefer most. Gosh. So it's clear which speaker has got the most votes from our music fans. But which one is it? With a wonderful 13 supporters, it is the Audio Pro add-on C3. But what's this? Cam and Joe are sticking it out with the mystery speaker at the middle table, which is the Sonos.
So, it looks like Sonos really does have some competition out there these days.
Well, there's definitely some strong competition emerging, which is good. But it was interesting. While our listening panel overwhelmingly preferred the sound from the Audio Pro, our professional musicians definitely preferred the sound from the Sonos. When you add in the fact that it's got a greater range and it's louder, I think Sonos still has the edge.
OK, then.